Is it any better? Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, is it working now? Can you put it in the chat because I'm trying to use my phone as a microphone, but it won't work. So, or I mean, I can't like look at my DMs. Okay, it's good now. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I just have to use my phone for my mic now. Anyways, let's begin the stream. Let me just access the references. Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. Give me one moment. I'm gonna actually switch mics one more time, possibly, because I'm gonna have to be able to use my phone to look at the references of people's OCs that they've sent me. Okay, never mind. Let me see what I can do. Oh wait, do you guys hear my typing? That's not good. Alrighty, so let's see. The first OC I will be drawing is Quant Kisser's Alabama, aka State Human. I'm very excited to draw her. She's very pretty, and I'm gonna go put in the references right now. Here we go. Say hello. Okay, this is I love Jenny's designs. They're literally so good. Oh my gosh. Literally incredible. Let's see. Boom. Let's see if I can make her big enough. I think I'm just gonna put all the doodles on this one page just so my files aren't getting too clogged up. And I hope that's okay, but I'll see if I can send each doodle individually still. Okay. Here we go. Put her to the side there. Maybe shrink actually just a little bit. Alright, here we go. This is Jenny's girl. We're actually, hold up, guys. Oh, never mind. I found my pen. Alright, here we go. Let's begin. So, I'm trying to just analyze the face shape and everything. Gosh, I love that shade of red, by the way. Oh my gosh, hi, Swordtail. Hi. Look, it's literally me on FDR. It's, do you like my PNG tuber? Alrighty. Also, tell me if the stream is lagging at all. Actually, wait. Oh, you're on the wrong layer already. Thank you. Also, if it takes me a while to respond to any messages in chat, it's probably because there's a little bit of lag on my end. Jenny, would you like me to draw her with the A earring or the cross earring? You pick. For some reason, when I'm drawing, I usually like to do the nose first because I think it gives me good layout for everything else. Oh my gosh, she's literally so gorgeous. Just gonna fix that ear. Gonna bring it down just a tiny bit, just to fix the angles things. Also, sorry if I'm sniffling. I'm like not being able to. This is college week. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I saw some football on TV at the restaurant I was at yesterday, or last night, I mean, and I was thinking about you. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jenny's probably staying up watching this, eating it up. I'm gonna do the brow line just to kind of give myself an idea. I might do the hair first just so I can see how it might be framed. I don't know, let's see. Maybe the neck first. Also, I really love the mechanical pencil. Okay, no, yesterday was garbage. Okay, update me on what happened in the college football world. I am not caught up to this. I live under a rock. I don't think I've ever actually watched a full game before, so please info enough about football if you wish. Let everyone know. I'm trying to figure out like a nice pose for her since I'm only doing portraits. Maybe something more like this. I'm gonna move that over just a tad. Just so I can fit the rest of the shoulder. As you can see, guys, I too struggle a lot with an edit. Hello, who just joined? Okay, throw away. Where do I know you from? Reveal yourself if you wish. Yesterday was the NFL. I'm so sorry. I literally do. Again, like I said, I don't know. Oh, this is enlightening. Okay, you're probably. Oh, okay. Hi. Yes, I should have probably been able to tell by the profile pic, although it's this small. Is my voice what you expected it to sound like, or is it a bit different than what you originally had canon for me? Fix the shoulder there. Sorry guys, I know I take a while. For your Garfield video that you plug every chance. Yes, plug it here. We need to Garfield pill more people. One of the presidents ever, really. I miss James Garfield already. It's been too long without him. I'm gonna crush out. Speaking of crushing out, like today, I've honestly been crashing out in general. It's just one of those days. I think my anemia, like I posted earlier, at least on my rounder. Okay, covering the side. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, let me just. Sorry, guys. I'm so bad with shoulders. I'm gonna have to do the rib cage method again. Okay, that looks better. Let me know if this looks a little bit better in terms of face shape. Just fixing the inner features. Just trying to realign the nose because I think whenever I use the liquify tool, it does skew it. Just make sure everything's centered. Okay. Also, I hope the background music is good. When you crush it, I just start girls. Okay. That's so real. Hair is covering side of the face. So we're gonna make the hair a little bit. Trying to work up the shape of the head. So her hair is kind of like that. Okay. Couple waves. There. So kind of like a wolf cut. Okay. You can't hear background music? Wait, what the heck? Higher cheekbones. Okay. Thank you. Feel free to keep on correcting me. What the heck though? Mac on chapter 3? Okay, can you hear now? Oh, okay, you guys can hear my air conditioner. I really thought the background music was playing this entire time. Is this any better? Wait, give me a second. Okay, can you guys hear now? Still? Okay. What the? Okay. Well, that's not a good sign that it's only... So, I literally have it blasting in my ears. Okay, one more time. Can you hear it now? Anything? Oh my gosh, it's still below 0.0 decibels. Okay. So, okay, now you can, it's janky. Oh my goodness. 1 second. Properties. Just as janky. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I'm gonna crash out. I'm actually gonna crash out. And okay, give me a second. Anything now? Okay, you know what? I think it's literally just our Wi-Fi. I'm gonna just turn off the background music. My bad. Okay, no, I give up. I give up on the background music. Sorry, guys. My apologies. I guess I'll fix that for next time. But I hope you enjoy. Okay, you know, I hope you guys just enjoy the white noise. I'm enjoying this air conditioner a lot, and I hope you guys do too. Anyways, where was I with the drawing? Higher cheekbones. Okay, let's see. Let's make her. Give me a sec. That's like the jaw area. I think I'll just have to draw the sketch in the cheekbones a little bit later when I refine it, possibly. Because it is kind of hard to see right now. But let's see. Oh gosh, so sniffly still. Okay, yes. Rest in peace, background music. Many such cases. That was a really bad swoop. Okay. That's a little bit better. I'm trying hard not to sniffle and like annoy you guys, but let's. Boom. Okay, this should be right. Also, if anyone new has joined stream, please let me know if you're here. It's not a demand. I think it would just be nice. Oh, hello, Bronwyn Marston. I am drawing. Hold up. Let me just write down the username. Stay. Hey. Hello, Alice. Are you the Alice from my school, or Alice otherwise? I like how you have your OC break through speaking. That's fire. Thank you. My OC is in fact literally FDR, my version of him. I'm trying to get one done for my Sona, but I'm a bit lazy to actually do so right now. I'm thinking about possibly making my my PNG tuber just a different president each time I stream, just for funsies. But again, I'm a little bit lazy. But yeah, let's see. zoom in on my hair. Let me see how it folds. So, okay, it's a bit long. Jenny, would you say she has layers, or is it like more like just wavy, slightly longer hair like this? So I think this is how I'm interpreting it. Your OC is literally masses of land. I vibe with that. Okay, like that's what I follow you for, bro. Everyone go follow Jenny. His artwork is baller. Follow Jenny for more Stay Eerie. Okay. I think okay. Well, now I follow you for don't call me out like that. Now I follow you for Stay Eerie. But I support anytime you post Antebellum Meowing. It's what they would have hated, and I vibe with that. I think I'm just gonna round this out a bit more to balance out the shape. She's very soft in it on her, like at least shape language wise, pretty cute. As for the eye shape, okay, let's see. It's kind of like yes, indeed. You know, I think I did the hair a little bit off. Sorry, guys. You guys are seeing my actual sketch process in which I'm revising every 3 seconds. I'm like, could be doing better. Okay. That was not right. Even there, though, trying to balance out those shapes. Okay. Let's see. Okay, where was it? Eye shape. Yes, eye shape. So, just gonna doodle on the side here. Trying to translate this to my style. Something like that, maybe. Or this is option 1. Option 2. Or I'm gonna add the eyeliner, don't worry about it. Just trying to get the general shape down. Or option 3. Jenny, I would like your opinion on which eye shape looks more like hers, or which rough translation. I think for now, while you are deciding that, I'm gonna go in and fix the rest of the anatomy real quick. Ooh, I love her lipstick. Can't really see it. Very harsh. Yeah. Of course, I will be posting these. I'll make sure to tag you guys in my story. And I hope work goes well tomorrow. Sorry, I'm like trying to read the chat at the same time. I'm probably also gonna only be on here for about maybe an hour and a half or so. So I'm gonna try to get through more of these doodles. 2? Okay, sorry, I just saw that. So, okay, since it's college football week, I'm just gonna also draw for this this version, the sweater version of her. Love her so much. Oh my gosh. So, option 2. I'm gonna do it on a separate layer because I tend to mess up when I draw eyes, which is really funny because I love drawing eyes. I'm just not the best at that. Oh, you're working on archives? That is so cool. I'd love to do more archival work outside of like the occasional museum volunteering. Sure that like the alignment's correct. Okay, wait, BRB, I'm gonna go get some tissue for my nose. I'm sniffing. Alright guys, I've returned. Hopefully my mic levels aren't too bad. Oh, you're doing the only volunteer, but oh my god, whoa, that is really cool. Let's see. I'm gonna do this other eyes. Okay, let's map out the eye real quick. Okay, there we go. Gonna bring that one down just by a tad. Just by a touch, not much. We're gonna bring both of them up. Like that right there. Okay, let's see. Is her eye being covered? A little bit, yes. Okay, I'm gonna fix the hair now. I do love when I give it a little bit more mystery. There we go. Hello. Oh yes, old man pink YouTuber. That is President F. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Yep, indeed. Again, I do need to make my own soda. It's a huge YouTuber. Jenny, would you be able to send me her eye pattern real quick, just so I can? It's a little bit hard to see. I forgot what it was. Literally the flag. Oh, okay, flag of Montgomery. Good luck. Okay. Let's see. I think yours might be the only doodle eye color, since I'm on a little bit of a time restraint, but we'll see. I'm drawing the wrong way again. Okay, let's see if I can find flag of Montgomery online. Some readjustments. Okay. Bye-bye, Fillard. We'll miss you. Hair again. Okay, there we go. I think Okay, now I can color possibly just let's look at the canvas and see if I got anything. Simple drawing patterns visible. Okay, cool. Also, I need to draw your California sometime, as toxic as she is. Like, unfortunately, as a Californian, I love her because she's accurate. I fear. But let's see. Flip that canvas again. Boom, boom, boom. Let me just get her a earring. How do you draw that? Like, what the? Oh, okay. Bro, hand lettering. I'm cooked. Stretch that out a little bit. 3 points more. That's a little more accurate. Okay. Sounds good. Let me just put that on there real quick. Okay, just to avoid a tangent, I think I'm going to flip it like that a little bit. Lower her down. Actually, wait. Let's see. Better. My back is killing me tonight. I always outline in blue and then I just change it later to whatever color I need just so that I have a little more contrast. I know it's a bit old school, but alas. Oopsie. Just trying to keep her face nice and round. Bump that up so it's a little line. There we go. And then we're gonna use the straight black sketch and then line art. Use like budget real. That is so real. Again, how did I accidentally pick the wrong color? There we go. There she slays. I think I'll just get the eyes during the coloring phase. A very detailed sketch, then ink, then colors, sin to the shadows, something basic. No, it's actually not a sin. Sometimes I do use, well, when I was using Procreate, I would only do 1 or 2 layers at most, really. Now that I've Clip Studio Paint, I'm just spamming layers just to keep them more organized, but I do still enjoy doing everything on my base color layer at times. We're gonna turn up stabilization for this. I'm a little bit shaky right now. Oh, hey. It's nice to see you. Again, sorry if my messages, or if my replies are a little bit slow. You're Frankie, you don't understand, I'm geeking out. Thank you! I really appreciate the support here. I'm honestly having a lot of fun drawing her. I'm a big fan of just like fluffy hairstyles like this. It's so adorable. Also, this is actually the first time I've drawn modern clothes in forever. So, thank you. I've been drawing suits and Victorian dresses for the last however many months. Oh, wow, maybe. Okay. Question in the chat. In your opinion, what works best for you? Clip Studio or Procreate? I've been using Procreate for about 5 years now. Okay. Actually, good question. Well, I think I do like how simple Procreate is, and I would use it a lot more if I did not have an iPad mini. My iPad mini, it's a great device, but the problem with it is that it runs out of battery really fast, and Procreate is a battery drainer on it, for sure. Also, the screen is a little bit too small for me now that I get really bad hand cramps when drawing, so I would say that Procreate's really good for that kind of stuff, but Clip Studio Paint does allow me more easily to work with certain animation software on my computer, like Moho. And also Clip Studio Paint does have some brushes I like, though I haven't tried Procreate's new paint stuff, like realistic paint brushes yet. Although I'm very excited. Ah, okay, hold on. Hair drawn wrong. So this should be going a little more downward because it goes like that. Okay. Just trying to see this in 3D a little bit better. I want to use Procreate so bad, but I'm too broke. It's a little, I think I'd say it's a little bit overhyped. You might like Heavy Paint though. Heavy Paint is actually a free software that, I believe it's free last time I checked, that is similar to Procreate in terms of simplicity and, I guess, brush dynamics? I'm gonna deal with the earrings in a second. I'm just like, Oh, yes, okay. I've been really excited for the gouache brushes. Since IRL, I do use gouache and colored pencils a lot, so I'm really excited about experimenting with those. But I need to actually charge up my iPad for once. Oh my goodness. Let's see. There we go. The other app I use, Artbooks, are pretty trash. Oh no! What the heck? They make you pay to save a drawing? Now they're why not just make the app paid at that point? That's actually so evil. Also, if you guys have any history questions, feel free to ask me. Ask me anything about Warren G. Harding. I will literally yap about him to you guys like it's a podcast. I actually need to start a podcast. I've been meaning to. Everyone says that they want to start a podcast, but I really do. I swear. But yeah. Paper piece screen. No, literally, what is this, a vanity gallery? Fix her hairline. Liquefies premium. Oh my gosh, no. At this point, I would rather use Ibis Paint and just like pay once for the main version, which I did actually a while back because I was just so tired of the ads. Also, I don't understand Ibis Paint Prime. It's something. But like, really, a subscription for this kind of thing? Okay. OMG, I gotta hear reviews on the teapot domes. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is my area. Okay. So, compared to other scandals, I would say that Teapot Dome is genuinely a walk in the park. I'm being serious. Oh, hold up. Oh my god. Teapot. Okay, where do I even begin with Teapot Dome? First of all, happy fall. Like literally, happy Albert Fall. It's his season. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to fix something real quick. Okay, Teapot Dome. So my belief, Harding was innocent in terms of Teapot Dome. Not completely, but for the most part, I would say he was not really responsible for any of it. I mean, it is on him for not really understanding or like looking through the full terms of it before he signed it, but also does anybody really read the full terms and conditions? /J/A. But also, I feel like because they were using oil, the environmental impact would be the same. I'm more upset, obviously, about like the dishonesty behind it and the fact that it was just a bunch of evil industrialists getting access to the oil reserves. But again, Harding himself was mostly innocent with it. I think if he actually found out about what was going on, he would have just fired Fall. Because yes, I understand. He did partake in patronage, but he was also an honest guy. He just genuinely believed that these people were trustworthy. And I mean, Albert Fall was approved by the Senate. I mean, once a person gets approved by the Senate or something, you're gonna think, yeah, no, they're actually trustworthy. I mean, it's kind of a different case today. Back then, the regular person did not really know much about the actual cabinet members. So I'm sure Harding would be able to trust Fall. Wow. That was a pun right there. He would be able to trust Fall, literally, after he's approved by the Senate. Sorry, I feel like I'm just yapping on nothing right now. I just think it's really unfair to say that, like, Harding was, like, one of the worst just because of Teapot Dome. I feel like there are a lot of other presidents who were just, one, worse people in general, two, had much more serious problems. I will say that, like, one good thing that Teapot Dome did give us was, I guess, Coolidge's presidency, in the sense that he kind of proved himself by cutting down on the scandal in the Harding administration. Also, Teapot Dome gave us another moment where Robert La Follette, my beloved, got to shine. I love you, Fighting Bob. You are literally the GOAT, and I wish you won the 1924 election. No shade to Coolidge. But yeah, that's kind of my general opinion on it. There was a book, actually, I believe, I don't know if it was specifically on Teapot Dome, I think it was a lot of it. It's called Crooked, and it's mostly about Harry Dury, who was Harding's campaign manager and attorney general, and also another scumbag in the government, but, you know, many such cases. But I was going to pick up that book at Barnes & Noble's, because obviously I'm like, whoa, they actually have a book on a very niche historical figure that I'm interested in reading about. But it was, again, like $30. I'm like, who has $30 for this? Not in this economy, honey. But yeah. I'm sorry this is taking me forever to draw, by the way. I'm going through it right now. I'm I'm being a little bit hard on myself. I'm just gonna add some eyelashes now. It's interesting. I don't actually really draw eyelashes on a lot of my characters, even my female ones. I'm gonna fix the eye shape there. I think I misaligned it just a tad. I love when my mutuals and me have interests in the same area but are on two whole different areas. Yeah, literally. I love it. No, because I feel like I'm learning so much while also like still hyperfixating. It's amazing. So draw another eyelash. How many did I draw? 3. Sorry, this is grammatically incorrect. Sorry, I'm very out of it today. If my grammar sucks, feel free to correct me. LOL. There we go. Okay, here we go for the earring. I'm just gonna draw it over here and then copy and paste it. I've been talking about rancid origins and you're just harding them. Okay, ready, ask. Frankie, what books about Harding do you recommend? Okay. Hold up, let me calm myself down. I love this question. I think the most, like, all around very well-rounded one would be what's his name? John W. Dean's biography. I can actually put it in chat real quick. John W. Dean's Harding biography. I can't spell right now. It's really good. Let's see. What else? Obviously, if you want, I guess, a primary source, Nan Britton's The President's Daughter. I'm going to type that in chat. President's Daughter is amazing because what? Sorry. It comes straight from the words of his mistress, Nan Britton, and it's a very compelling story. I feel like if you do read the President's Daughter, though, you have to kind of be in the emotional space to do so. It does go over some kind of heavy topics and, I guess, questionable relationship dynamics. I will say that everything in there was consensual. It's just a little bit uncomfortable to read about, I guess, the way their relationship developed over time. It did kind of ruin a little bit of my respect for Harding after reading it, but I think, obviously, it's very important to get the full story about a certain historical figure, or, I guess, anything really historical. You're just going to want to do as much reading as you can. We can't blindly idolize anyone. And I guess part of appreciating, quote unquote, a historical figure is understanding that they were definitely flawed people and seeing that as a cautionary tale. And that is definitely what The President's Daughter is. It does get really... I got really worked up over it. I'm going to be honest, I was actually crying a couple times while reading it, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is devastating. And I'm someone who does not really cry when I watch movies or read books, but like the fact that this is a true story, and it's just the way she worded it too. Nan Britton was a very good writer, and I do wish she got into making fiction actually as well. But she just writes so authentically and very passionately. It's just beautiful. heartbreaking but beautiful. Obviously, another book would be, I believe, The Shadow of Blooming Grove, which is like the OG, one of the OG biographies, but it's not as updated. So take that how you will. Just wait. What was a teapot dome thing exactly? Like, what did the Build a Harding's Head do? Basically, teapot dome. How do I explain this? Okay, this is actually. Could they ask me for like an overview because I'm in academic decathlon and I really need to be able to summarize teapot dome for the competition. But anyways, what happened basically was that there were these oil reserves, one of which was actually, of course, Teapot Dome in Wyoming, and then there were some in California, and they belonged to the Navy, I believe, at the time. Now, there were these industrialists, robber barons, wealthy oil barons, that really wanted the oil from Teapot Dome and the California oil rigs. I think one of them was Harry Sinclair. I'm trying to remember the other guy's name. But anyways, Albert Fall, he's a senator from New Mexico, and he's really interesting. He's like the spitting image of the Wild West, but circa 1920. He's like an evolved cowboy, I would say. And sorry, I'm kind of going on a tangent, but I just think Albert Fall is really interesting because I believe he was like pro women's suffrage, but he was also a murderer. So it's like, okay, he's trying his best not to be misogynist. He's like, oh, I support women's rights, but murder is where. Sorry. He's like, I accept murder, but women's rights is where I draw the line. And where was it? Yes, sorry. Back to the main point. Fall became the Secretary of the Interior, and his whole thing was that he wanted to get Teapot Dome and, of course, the California oil rigs into the Interior Department, so he somehow secures it from the Navy, via Harding signing it off, and then he, I believe, how do I put this? I'm sorry, it was in like business jargon when I actually read about it. He allows these oil barons, private investors, access to the oil fields, basically, which obviously upsets everyone because they were supposed to belong to the Navy in the first place. And nobody else was informed that Teapot Dome was sold off like that to the Interior. Sorry, that's basically it. And obviously Harding's role was that he just signed. He's like, okay, I approve of it. And he was a bit dumb. Not dumb. Okay, I'm not going to call him dumb because everyone else calls him dumb and I don't want to add to that. He blundered there. He seriously did blunder. But yeah, that's basically it, and obviously, when Harding died, by the time he died, Teapot Dome was barely starting to become public knowledge, and also, of course, like I said before, Robert La Follette, I don't know what his role in the government was at the time, but I believe he was former governor of Wisconsin. Yes, Wisconsin. He started calling it out, and then obviously Calvin Coolidge, when he was president, he said to Fall, okay, buddy, you're going to prison, and then Fall goes to prison, and he becomes the first cabinet member of a presidential administration to be in prison. Also, hello, teleofficer. Hey, hello, oof. I hope you're doing well tonight. Let's see. Just gonna balance this out a little more. This is the president opinion chat. No, literally, it's the best. Also, if anybody else is watching, please leave a chat. Please leave a message in chat, I mean. Just so I can say hi to you too. But yeah. Time to color this in. I'm gonna pop it over to the side just a little bit more. That's just making sure. Weird question, but what got you obsessed with FDR? Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh, no, my PNG tuber isn't. Okay, wait. Is it working now? Oh, shoot. Give me a second. Wait, did I cut out a bit? Can you guys still hear me? Do I sound insane? Can you guys... Okay. Uh-oh. He is not moving anymore. That is not a good sign. Let me just... Crap. Restart this. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay, sorry, guys. My PNG tuber just completely crashed. FDR, please. Hello, are you alive? Or is this 1945 and he's just dead? That's not good. Hello? Okay, PNG tuber dead. Sorry, guys. Kicking FDR out. I wish I had a Truman one to replace him, but unfortunately not. But anyways, what got me into FDR? Well, in 3rd grade, we had this little thing called the President's Museum at my elementary school, and we were all assigned to dress up as a certain president, anything from Washington to, I believe, Trump at the time, because that was 2017. Yes, I'm young, unfortunately. And my original choice for that event was I wanted to be Jefferson, but my friend, who was a lot more popular than me, she actually got to be Jefferson for this event, and I was like really mad about it, because I was a Jefferson fan, unfortunately. Again, very unfortunate. But I was talking with my teacher, and she was like, why not pick FDR, because your name is Frankie, you know? And I'm like, ugh, he's so boring, he's ugly. And then I read a biography about him for this little project, and then I'm like, wow, he's actually really cool. He's like the hero. He's like that guy. And I have to dress up as him for this event, and that was actually the first time I wore a suit. Just as context, I went to a K-8 private elementary school, Catholic, so I was always wearing a skirt part of my uniform. So it was the first time I wore a suit, and I thought that was really awesome, and I was like, wow, this is the fashion I want to wear for the rest of my life. But anyways, that started my lifelong obsession with FDR. I'm currently in my Harding era, though, and I think it's going to stay this way. As much as I like FDR, I'm just more fascinated by Harding because of the fact that, like, less people know him, and he's just such a mixed bag. I mean, obviously FDR is also a mixed bag, but I like Harding because he needs someone to defend him. But yeah. Oh my god. I'm reading the chat right now. Eleanor entering the Little White House on April 12th, 1945. No, bro, that's cooked. That's cooked. If you've ever seen, or have you ever seen the, I guess it's a 2-part drama movie called Eleanor and Franklin? Because, like, the first scene is literally that, and Eleanor finds out that that Franklin was seeing his mistress, and then he just dies, and she's, like, upset, obviously. But it's a very good series, quote unquote series. How would it? Duology? I don't know. 2-part movie. But yeah. Okay, reading the chat again. I was Statue of Liberty for 5th grade history period. That's so cute, though. Oh my gosh, the Statue of Liberty is a character in an upcoming thing I'm writing. Wins a sleigh. That'll pick 101. Hi, chat. Hey. Nice to see you. And then Tell Officer says, he certainly does have a pretty memorial statement all close to it these days. Yeah. I really want to go there. I'm really desperate to go visit Marion, Ohio. I know that's like the most random place on earth, but it's like, it's a charming town from what I've seen. Especially after talking with Mrs. Sherry Hall. She was amazing. She told me so much about Harding that I wouldn't have known otherwise. I'm very happy that she was able to retire this year. I'm going to try to keep in contact with her for my research project. But no, I really want to visit Marion. I'm trying to get there maybe around November for Harding's birthday, but I got to double check my schedule and the celebration schedules again. But I'm very excited. I have an aunt who lives in Columbus, so she'll be able to drive me. But yeah, I'm going to go to the I'm gonna go to the memorial and I'm gonna do a little necromancy. He's coming back. He's gonna come to my graduation. Yeah, okay, hold up. Battle Pig 101 says, jumping back a moment. Fun fact, Albert Fall lived most of his life in New Mexico. After his reputation was destroyed by Teapot Dome, he was financially supported by none other than Senator Bronson Cutting. Nice. Nice. I was wondering if there was a connection there. Because I was, when you commissioned me to draw Bronson Cutting. Actually, if you guys want to see the commission real quick, I got you. Here's the commission. I really had a lot of fun drawing this. But anyways. Yeah, I'm actually... You know what? That actually does make sense, because the timeline does add up. I do feel bad for Albert Fall. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't feel bad for him. That's completely on him for being a criminal. Also, I can't get over, like, him murdering an 8-year-old child. Like, really? Like, I know you support women's rights, but like, also... Okay, whatever, man. But... Yeah, New Mexico's interesting. I haven't actually been, but there's a guy in my class who moved there after freshman year, I think, and he tried to sell me a flintlock pistol that was in his collection. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not being caught with that. But anyways, I feel like I should have taken it, because it was a pretty good, like, dueling pistol replica. But yeah, okay, time to color now. Woo, yippee. Let's see... But, oh wait, okay, somebody asked, OMG, have you ever heard of FDR American Badass? Yes, I have. I love that movie so much. I've shown a bunch of my friends the film. It's low-key insane when I look back at it. With every rewatch, I'm just like, oh wow, this is a little more racist than I thought. But I feel like it's just a work of cinema that was straight from the heart in the worst and best ways possible. It's so bad it's good, and it's so good it's bad, if you guys get what I mean. Barry Bostwick did a great job as FDR, and my friend and I, we always quote, does my cack still work? But yeah, oh, hello Nathan. Hope you're doing well. Again, very much a Prez Twit reunion on here. But yeah, no, FDR American Badass has so many quotables. I'm gonna ask you now, have you seen President's Day 2016? It is an insane movie. Wow. I even watched the the director's commentary version of it, where all three directors were commenting on the side while the movie's playing, and I'm like, wow, this is really a a testament to human creativity. My favorite part of President's Day is when Taft is in the bathtub, and this guy, the jock and the nerd, are also stuck in the bathroom, and they're about to snort, what I believe is Adderall after crushing a tub, and Taft, like, looks at him, and he's like, can you roll Papa Taft a line? And then the jock is like, dude, weren't you the Chief Justice? You narc. That's I love that scene so much. But yeah, what is it about? Let's see. Okay, basically, bunch of teens, young adult, I can't tell what they're supposed to be. They go to the woods, and it's President's Day. They're gonna get wasted there, and then somehow all the presidents come back as like, oh no, not zombies. It's pretty clear that they're not zombies. They even make a joke about it in the movie, but they're like, they're just undead in one way or another, and it's really stupid. And there's a couple what I would call like fan service scenes in the worst way possible, involving the presidents, and it's just an entire hour and whatever of the presidents trying to kill these teenagers, quote unquote, for like no reason whatsoever. They're just like, okay, we're back, we're gonna kill you guys, I guess. Sorry, I'm trying to pick which one I want to do next. But yeah, no, it's an amazing movie. It's free on Tubi TV if you watch Slop like I do. Tubi is probably the best place to watch Slop. But yeah, so what Jenny said, it's amazing. I genuinely, I'm probably gonna watch it again for Halloween. That's my pick. My favorite part is like how inaccurate Polk is in that movie. That is like the anti-Polk. That is no. The guy playing Polk, I genuinely believe should have played Harding, because he was basically just playing again Polk with Harding's personality.
like, it was wild. I think that if I had a say, I would want, let's see who I'd want to be more prominent in the movie. I do wish that Andrew Jackson got more screen time, because I feel like Andrew Jackson himself is very much a horror movie villain. I would not want to be chased by him. I would not want to be around him. He's terrifying, okay? Like, I think that if he were a main character, he would have simply been unironically too powerful, and he would have been able to kill everyone. That's just my opinion. Another president that I think should have had more screen time was Nixon. Nixon, like, literally barges into a room at one point with, like, double guns. He's dual wielding, and it's incredible. I literally don't want to spoil it for you guys. I'm just gonna say, go watch it. It's stupid in every way possible and in every best way possible. I would say that it's actually better than FDR American Badass, because this one had even less of a budget, no famous actors. So you could really tell this is just like a bunch of friends. Also, I think that President's Day has one of the best depictions of Teddy Roosevelt ever. Like, he's not this, like, stoic guy or anything. He is batshit insane. No, he just runs around like a maniac with a rifle, and I'm like, no, this is my Teddy Roosevelt. He's utterly insane. Also, it kind of has Doom Fury in it, I would say. Actually, President's Day has better queer representation than most movies in general, and I hate to say that, but it's great. But yeah, sorry, I'm like locking in for a second with this. It's just too peak. If you guys like President's Day, then you guys are also gonna like Reelected from, I believe, 2020. It's literally the same plot as President's Day, except that it's only, I think, Washington, Jackson, Lincoln, maybe Jefferson, I believe. It's just another movie where a bunch of people go to the woods and get slaughtered by presidents. It's my favorite genre now. I can't believe we have 2 movies about that. And actually, it's really funny because I emailed the director of Reelected, and I was like, hey, I loved your movie. I didn't say it's stupid, but like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, this movie's so stupid, but I love it. But anyways, I emailed the director. I think his name's Max Radbill, and he was so flattered by my email. So I'm really happy. Definitely support smaller directors like that. He is an LA local. What am I saying? If you're in LA, you're gonna be local anywhere. It's literally like a mega city. I'm just gonna. But yeah. I actually hopefully I'm going to email the director of President's Day just say thank you. I'm an email fiend. I love emailing random people. It's just fun. Like, I emailed the guy behind, what's that podcast? Headliner's Estate. Again, I'm gonna recommend you guys listen to Headliner's Estate, because it goes over how funny each president was. And I did not like the winner, and I sent him an email because in that last episode, he was like, okay, if you guys don't like who the winner is, send me an email and tell me why I'm wrong. So I did send him that email, and he was very nice to reply to that too, even 10 years after the movie, the podcast finished. But anyways, let's see the chat again. Ellie mentioned go Dodgers. I have never been to a Dodgers game. I should go. I feel like everyone that I know has gone, but I have never been because I'm not a sports person, strangely enough. But it's hype, yes, I'm sure. Now, what else is in there? The only press comedy movie I've watched is Dick, and it's so funny. I haven't seen that movie yet. I've been meaning to watch it. There's another one that I need to watch, and it's literally a movie about a guy, or it's a horror movie about a guy who dresses up as Ronald Reagan and kills people. As you can tell, I'm a slasher person. Slashers are just stupid, and the characters make the dumbest decisions ever, and I'm like, yes, I'm here for that. But no, I need to watch Dick. I've seen it everywhere. Let's see. My color. Okay, time to draw the Montgomery flag. Let's see. Give me a second. Okay, okay, okay. I see how it is now. Also, I'm currently watching the stream on the side now from my computer. So it's I understand the lag now, so I could probably answer a lot faster in if I actually type it in chat. Yeah, the gray and the red. Okay, gray and red actually works really nicely on its own, but this is was this made in MS Paint? Oh my gosh, the font isn't even aligned or matching really. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, you're right. This flag is actually this flag is cooked. Yeah, the Confederate inspiration is there. I think okay. I'm gonna do the gray now, but I'm gonna like warm it up a little bit. I don't use pure gray or I don't really use what I call pure colors. I always have to add a tint to them. I can't lie, hearing my own voice on stream is really, really interesting. I did not realize I sound that high pitch, and it's kind of embarrassing on my end. Might as well just use my original shade of blue. Massachusetts is having a flag redesign contest. Wow, okay, I didn't even know that. How I am living under a rock at this point. Yes, I can confirm that Jenny does go crazy over other Southerners in the best way possible. Simpler name. No, literally. I can't spell Massachusetts. I don't know where the double letters are. That's why I literally always just abbreviate to MA like a normal person would. Also, Jenny, how are you enjoying my really prominent California accent right now? Okay, how do I... What the... Sorry if I'm simplifying her eyes a little bit. It is a bit difficult for me to draw this. California accent vowel change shift moment. What is it? What does this mean? Would you like to explain? Even other Southerners tell me I sound country? Interesting. Okay. Well, to be fair, I do remember reading something about that we're losing regional accents because of the internet and how a lot of people are starting to sound Californian. Oh, I'm missing a huge spot there. I do agree she does look very pretty though. Boom. Okay. Yes, blame us. We can afford to be blamed. Is she wearing makeup besides lipstick? I don't think so. Was I accidentally drawing on the flag layer? Oops. Let me just... Okay, goodbye, City of Montgomery flag. Wrong layer. I'm gonna try some new line art colors. Ooh, I do like that purplish shade. It does match her very well. The first month I was in Massachusetts, I bumped into someone with the thickest Boston accent I'd ever heard, and I had trouble understanding them. Ah, I see. Huh. Yeah, I honestly am very partial to Boston accents because they're just so out there. So Callie's vowel shift is that all fronted vowels in basic term. Wait, whoa, oopsie. Well, I'm not being able to read right now. I can't read. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try this again. So Callie's vowel shift is that all fronted vowels, in basic terms, it's the vowels in the words pet, and pit, go slightly lower in the tongue relative to other accents. Interesting. I'm gonna actually have to look that up more. Sorry, I'm also hearing my voice again as it replays to me because of the little bit of the delay. So I'm trying to analyze it now. That's really cool though. I'm actually not as much of an accent nerd. I enjoy them very casually. I just like listening to certain people with certain accents, but I do notice that Midwesterners pronounce their R's a lot, or they add R's to words that usually don't have as pronounced R's. Because Jenny is one of my favorite oomphs, I'm going to draw up some shading, just a little bit of shading. Also, let me turn on my air conditioner again. Also, I just realized that I am audibly breathing here, and I'm sorry. I did not mean to make this into an ASMR video. Oh yeah, okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Midwesterners pronounce with R's a lot because a lot of them are Appalachian descent, and trees R's are really prominent in the Appalachian Valley. That's really cool, actually. Thank you for telling me about that. Yeah, because I was listening to one of Harding's speeches, and I'm like, this guy pronounces his R's like crazy. He in the word democracy, he adds more R's than are needed. He says democracy. I'm like, that's quirky. I've never heard anyone say it like that before, specifically. Also, of course, I'm sure that accents have changed significantly since, when he was born, 1865, and now. But I do notice that a lot of my relatives who do live in the Midwest still pronounce R's very prominently. I think, okay, I know this is a controversial take. Sorry. Oof. But I really do think we should bring back the transatlantic accent. Because, one, it was taught, it's not a natural accent. And two, I just think it sounds pretty awesome. But, okay, let's see. What's else going on in the chat? I'm not so sure about onset and coda R's in Midwesterners. I just know it's a common thing. Yeah. And I sound like an old white Southern woman. That's valid. Okay, the main thing I'll throw in for Midwesterners is our habit of adding extra S's. Like Kroger and Measure are Krogers and Measures to a Midwestern. Interesting. Okay. No, I didn't know that either. I like that. See, this is good stuff to know when I'm writing scripts for my projects, so that it does sound a little more realistic. But yes. Also, take care when. Yes. Well, the transatlantic accent was, I'm pretty sure, influenced by English immigrants. So many were certainly native to, including FDR. Yeah, no, I do see that. I think in terms of, I guess, the Hollywood version of it, definitely a taught one. But I know the one that FDR had was also reinforced at the boarding schools at the time. For example, like the one he went to, Groton, that was kind of a thing. Oh, okay. Just a quick question before I go. Did my submission go through? Yes, it did, actually. Throwback to Martin Van Buren's first language being Dutch. No, that's actually so interesting to me, because he's still our only president whose first language wasn't English. And I've been trying to figure out what he would have sounded like in theory, just so I can write him better for the series I'm working on. But there's kind of a mixed consensus right now. Some people are saying that he was code switching and definitely had a much more like just standard New York accent for his time, while others say that you could still very much hear the Dutch. Okay, Jenny says, but it's not just my vowels are pronounced different, it's the way I form my sentences too. It's really noticeable when I say stuff like y'all's is or ain't never. Yes, very characteristically Southern, and I like it. I noticed that in typical Californian fashion, I do phrase a lot of things as questions. Like that. Like, literally just that. I will turn the most basic sentence into a question. I do feel like I'm a lot more animated, though, for a Californian. And I think it's because I just grew up on old movies where everyone was a bit more dramatic. And I did have some experience in film with my time on Kids React, so there's that. Kids React still never fails to hit me like a semi. Yeah. It was a time for sure. They were actually, it was actually a really nice experience, besides the fact that I think they were purposely rage baiting me at times for more controversial opinions. Now that one of my friends pointed out, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's definitely what's going on. But still, good money from it, and they had nice snacks at the office, and at least the camera people that I knew at the time were really nice, although I know they changed a lot of the staff and there's a lot of drama surrounding that. Okay, that's called rising tone. It does stem from how we ask questions because it grabs the listener's attention. IRC. Yeah, no, I see that. Because it's like, are you listening? Are you still here with me? Yeah, no, I see it. Highlight time, it's a little bit tricky. One really interesting accent thing I read about recently was how Sojourner's Truth, anti-woman speech, is often read in Southern accent. It was probably actually given in a Dutch Afro accent. That's okay. That's a fact that I did not know either. I'm learning a lot tonight. I love you guys. Adding some highlights to her. Oh, she is stunning. She is stellar. I love her. Tiny bit of eyeshadow, and add some blush to the ear. Just makes him a little more alive. Add some texture to the actual outfit. Also, my favorite politician Also, my favorite politician language fact is Benjamin Franklin's phonetic alphabet, and thanks to anatomical descriptions from him, we know it's pretty we know pretty much exactly how his region's accent was in 1700. That's okay. I'm gonna look that up after this. I'm gonna see if I can listen to people recreating the accent. I'm fascinated. I don't like that angle. Let's try that again. No, I feel like my spacing is just really weird today. I think I'm just gonna go in with this color and shade it like normally and not just hatching. Also, during my research on Alexander Stephens, I noticed how Stephens and his friends sort of neutralize their southern dialect to sound proper to... Okay, wow. I never considered that. I'm kind of surprised that they did, though, because I feel like they already knew that they were, I guess, southern gentlemen. Stephens looks so strange. Stop. No, literally. Why is he a woman? That is a she, her. So everybody says, no, literally. No. That is the youngest person ever. Stephens is the youngest person ever, man. Like... I feel like this is the closest I've gotten to the jelly style, interestingly. He got compared to trans woman Chevalier Dion by contemporary... No, yeah. Not the ye old transvestigating. Actually insane. Okay, I think I'm actually done. So, let's see. We're gonna copy and paste that. We're gonna render Perlin noise. We're gonna clip that, and then we're gonna edit. We're gonna tonally correct that. Gradient map. Rainbow. Just gonna... Yes, I like it. There we go. Overlay. And then we're going to... Actually, let's try some other blending modes. I do like Glow Dodge a bit better. It does give her saturation. We're going to actually tonally correct that again. Actually, no, not tone curve. Let's try tonal correction. Hue, saturation, luminosity. Okay, there we go. There we go. Just to make the colors a little bit richer. Okay, wait, can I ask Chad a random question? Did you all ever read Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales books? I haven't, but I should. Again, I'm going to be adding that to my Goodreads list. Because that does sound interesting. Alrighty, here we go. Here is Alabama by Quantskisser. She is gorgeous. She is a queen. I love her. And I'm going to now screenshot her and send her over. Absolute baddie. 10 out of 10. So now the rest of my drawings are going to be like really quick doodles of everyone else's OCs. Everyone else can go home because I love Alabama. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for the support in chat. Let's see which OC I'm going to doodle next. Actually, if you guys want to see what I've been working on recently, working on my OC Rosemary. I'm gonna just double check if I like her design, because sometimes I just spend a couple hours not looking at a design and then I look back and I see, oh god, that looks terrible. Although right now I'm pretty satisfied with it. I might change. Nope, I'm not going to change the color of that. I could lighten this section. Let's see how that looks. There we go. Now it's a bit more saturated, so there is a bit more contrast between these two areas. Also, I need to fix that little gap over here. I don't like seeing those little gaps when I'm using the paint bucket tool. It really irks me. Alrighty, there we go. I only have 2 more designs left to do for her. I'm going to see if I can do one from maybe around 1914 and then one around the late 1920s. Okay. Good night, Jenny. Thank you for hanging out. I know it's really late for you. Okay, guys, I'm going to go mute for a second just so I can get the next OC.